So America is a failed state and is crying out for regime change after the modern-day Gestapo, also known as ICE, executed a woman by the name of Renee Good in cold blood in broad daylight. And it's just a harrowing video. I mean, you would think we would all be in agreement that being shot in the head when trying to escape is a bad thing, but unfortunately not. Most of the right wing have come out in support of state murder. Tim Pool says, a woman tried fleeing federal agents after obstructing their law enforcement operation. In the process of fleeing, she swiped a federal agent with her SUV, who then opened fire on her, killing her. She is at fault. The people claiming otherwise are lying for a political agenda. I mean, this is pure projection. Tim Pool is lying about what actually happened in the video because he supports the government. He doesn't have a single original thought. He's paid for his opinions. He's the biggest grifter in American politics and just an all-round scumbag. He also said this. Watch at 28 seconds. The front wheel aims right at the officer, spins out as the woman attempts to accelerate into the DHS agent. Were it not for the ice on the street, that officer would have been run over. He draws and then she turns right. This is the same Tim Pool who was caught taking money from Russia and pushing out their propaganda. So Paul is trying to convince us that Good tried to drive into the officer. I mean, it was very clear. We all saw it. She was trying to drive away. Matt Walsh said this. She was trying to stage an illegal blockade of the road to interfere with ICE agents and then rammed her car into one of them when they attempted to apprehend her. This isn't even a close call. Entirely justified. She is 100% to blame for her own death. The victims are the ICE agents who are continually harassed and assaulted while trying to do their job and uphold the laws of the United States. ICE are known for going into cities and ignoring the law, kidnapping people, murdering people, beating people up, blackbagging people, disappearing people, upholding the law. That is absolutely insane. And people like Walsh and people on the right wing, if you kept the exact same scenario and it went down in the exact same way, but the person doing the killing was someone Walsh didn't like, and the person that got killed was someone he does like, he would not defend this. He would say this is murder. But because it's based on the person he likes or doesn't like or supports, it's very different. Rather than actually looking at the evidence in which we can all see, this woman tried driving away. And by the way, if someone drives in front of you at 1 mile per hour and your first thing to do is to shoot someone in the head, that's still wrong. You should not be on the streets. You shouldn't be in society. Ian Miles Chong, who's based in Malaysia, but for some reason always comments on US politics, said, "Not all heroes wear capes." No surprise, but Nazi chief himself, Elon Musk, blames the victim too. If an officer of the law says stop, you stop. Attempting to murder them with a car obviously requires self-defense. I don't think there's any sane person in the world who would look at that and say that was self-defense. Again, she was trying to drive away. An officer was shooting at her, was basically chasing after her, because as the car was still moving away, he continued to fire shots. Far-right conspiracy activist Laura Loomer has probably come up with the best take, and it's a doozy. The Democrats want a white lesbian George Floyd so bad. Same city too, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Almost makes you wonder if they planned it. This woman is so unbelievably fucked. She's broken. I don't know how anyone can be so deluded. But let's take a look at this video by TikTok user Perez Brenner, who helpfully breaks down the footage frame by frame.
I want to show you something. We can go frame by frame on this one. Keep an eye on this guy, the cold-blooded murderer, who's no doubt going to claim that he was afraid that his life was in danger, or whatever. For someone who's going to no doubt claim that, he sure doesn't seem to be in any hurry to move out of the way. See, here you can see that instead of moving out of the way, he actually decides to draw his weapon and actually plant himself more firmly. In fact, he's leaning over the hood of the car right now, on purpose. If you go frame by frame, you can see his feet are actually beside the vehicle at this point. And there is the first time he pulls the trigger, when again, both of his feet show that he has fully cleared the front of that vehicle. And then the next two shots happen here, and then here. Both of which, where he's very clearly having to aim through the driver's side window, and actually appears to be running after the vehicle to catch up to it. This, by the way, after very clearly signaling to the ICE officers to pass by her on that street, which she was very clearly not blocking nor obstructing, because moments earlier when she first started to pull out, another vehicle started pulling out similarly and crossed in front of her. So she was telling the next one to go on ahead. Not posing a threat, not obstructing nor impeding anything. Would you look at that?
There is no way you can interpret the footage any other way. If you're doing that, it's because you support ICE, and therefore you're a monster. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey told ICE where they can go.
There's little I can say, again, that'll make this situation better, but I do have a message for our community, for our city, and I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. Long-term Minneapolis residents that have contributed so greatly to our city, to our culture, to our economy are being terrorized, and now somebody is dead. That's on you. And it's also on you to leave. It's on you to make sure that further damage, further loss of life and injury is not done. We're going to be working towards justice as quickly as we possibly can right now, and justice is what we've all got to get.
And this drew a really funny response from Walsh. Americans to Mayor Frey. Get the fuck out of our country, you anti-American communist piece of shit. Oh, someone offended. What the fuck is this all about? I mean, it makes no sense. So you're a communist if you think the state gunning down people in cold blood is bad. I mean, aren't these guys supposed to be making the case against communism? And also, being against a fellow American citizen being gunned down is somehow anti-American? No, I think the most patriotic thing you can do is stand up for your people, right? Not the institutions, not billionaire pedophile oligarchs, but ordinary Americans. That's what's patriotic. So Matt Walsh is the anti-American here. Former vice president, candidate and governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, vowed to defend the city from ICE.
Order to prepare the Minnesota National Guard. We have soldiers in training and prepared to be deployed if necessary. I remind you, a warning order is a heads up for folks. And these National Guard troops are our National Guard troops. They're teachers in your community, they're business owners, they're construction professionals. They are Minnesotans. Minnesota will not allow our community to be used as a prop in a national political fight. We will not take the bait. We will continue to update you, Minnesota, as we get more information.
And it's absolutely the right thing to do. But this has caused a bunch of Republican politicians, including Illinois Congresswoman Mary Miller, to call for his arrest. Invoke the Insurrection Act. Arrest Tim Walz. These people are insane. Look, the American right, you cannot reason with these people. They are deluded. They live on not a different planet. They live in a different universe. If you're a governor, if you're a senator, any kind of representative of a particular city or state, it's your duty to protect the people within it. And you've got these Gestapo Nazi ICE agents flouting the law, going to different cities, terrorizing people, disappearing people and kidnapping them and killing them. Yes, I would want my representative to say, no, these people need to follow the law and we will resist when needed. And it's so funny because the right wing are obsessed with civil war. They've wanted civil war. They say the enemy is within. We're going to have a civil war. And then when any politician says, okay, then we're going to defend our streets, they're like, oh, arrest him, arrest him. I'm actually convinced if there was a civil war, these right wingers, these MAGA lot would fold straight away because they're the biggest crybabies. But this was no accident. ICE agents wanted her dead. This footage shows a doctor pleading if he can take a look at Good. Listen to what the officers say.
Can I go check a pulse?
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician!
I don't
listen,
care.
we understand. We got EMS coming. I get it. Just give us a second.
We have medics on scene. We have our own medics.
Where are they? Where are they? How can I relax? You just killed my fucking neighbor. You caught butter in the fucking face. You killed my fucking neighbor. How do you show up to work every day? How the fuck do you do this every day? You're killing my neighbors. You're stealing my neighbors. What the fuck? fuck, man?
He's saying, let me have a look. I'm a doctor. I want to check a pulse. They say, no. The US is led by fucking ghouls who live in a death cult. Tricia McLaughlin, Assistant Secretary, Department of Homeland Security, tweeted this. Today, ICE officers in Minneapolis were conducting targeted operations when rioters began blocking ICE officers, and one of the violent rioters weaponized her vehicle, attempting to run over our law enforcement officers in attempt to kill them. An act of domestic terrorism. An ICE officer, fearing for his life, the lives of his fellow law enforcement, and the safety of the public, fired defensive shots. He used his training and saved his own life and that of his fellow officers. The alleged perpetrator was hit and is deceased. The ICE officers who were hurt are expected to make full recoveries. This is the direct consequence of constant attacks and demonization of our officers by sanctuary politicians who fuel and encourage rampant assaults on our law enforcement. These men and women who are simply enforcing the law on the books are facing 1,300% increase in assaults against them and an 8,000% increase in death threats. This is an evolving situation, and we will give the public more information as soon as it becomes available. Oh, won't some people think of the sad ICE officers? First of all, which politician is demonizing ICE officers? They're not, are they? The problem with the Democrats is they're utterly weak. We want them to do things, but they're a bunch of pussies. And by the way, I'm not surprised that there's an increase in assaults on ICE officers, because these bastards are going into people's communities and terrorizing them, killing them, bullying them, scaring them. They're doing all sorts. They're even doing it to some police officers, local police officers. So yes, people are going to defend themselves. And the idea that, what, these officers were fearing for their lives? And then she talks about how officers are making a full recovery. None of them were injured. I mean, does this look like an injured person to you?
Shame! 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 Shame!
That is the murderer in question. He didn't look injured or hurt. It looked like he didn't give a shit after killing someone in cold blood. And to those who are trying to pretend that she tried to ram her car into an agent, I wonder if you're just as angry about ICE agents doing the exact same thing. ICE agents ram their cars into people all of the time. Now, this is a witness explaining how Renee Good was given contradictory instructions.
ICE was screaming at her to move, move, move. And then they got really aggressive and went over to her driver's side door and tried to open her door. And then she obviously got spooked and started to reverse. And then an officer approached her and leaned across, like got in front of her vehicle, and then leaned across the hood of her car and shot her point blank in the face. It was 3 or 4 shots. And then her foot just went all the way down on the gas, and she tried to escape, and then hit a telephone pole and crashed into some cars.
So what was she supposed to do? She was told to stay and get out of the car. She was told to leave. She was scared, understandably, because we know what ICE do. And this is what's happened. Now, the right wing, they cry like babies when you accurately describe them as fascist. We wouldn't call you fascist if you didn't support fascist things. It's very simple. Any decent human will be disgusted by ICE. Just check out this video of an ICE officer desecrating a memorial of Renee Good.
Really, you fucking punk? That's what you're gonna fucking do?
What?
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 What? Do you know what
Back
the fuck
up.
is that is for?
Back up.
What is that for?
Back up.
What is that for?
Back up.
What is that for?
Back up.
You're gonna push me? What is that for?
Back up.
What was that
I don't
for?
give a fuck.
You don't give a fuck about
Back
her?
up. Bro.
This is why we're here.
Back up.
This is why we're here.
Back up.
What's her name? Renee Good?
Back up.
And you fucking, that's a memorial to her. That's a memorial to her. No, it's good. You're a fucking coward.
Fuck you guys.
You're a
you
piece
guys
of
are
shit.
Nazis.
You fucking proud
Shame
of
on
yourself?
you guys. Fucking shame on you
You're a
guys.
fucking punk. Really?
Go and put your fuck.
That's what they fucking want to do.
Have a good time with each other, you guys.
You're a little bitch.
Fuck you guys.
I'm that fucking badger and coward, you little
You guys
cock.
are going to hell.
Renee Good is a mother that is standing up for our rights and was murdered.
She was a
Why the
legal
fuck?
observer.
Why we're here is because of cowards like you.
They're just sick and twisted scumbag fucks. The US is a failed state, and given that they don't care about international law, I think they should absolutely face regime change. I mean, the world is controlled by paedophile billionaires, and the US is the hub of it. They hate you. They hate all of us. It is so pathetic seeing so many people grovel and lick the boots of their murderous masters.